Hi, who wouldn't have heard of the all-famous Boole-Frechet inequality? Taught in almost all elementary probability courses, this bound, also known as the union bound, tells us that the probability that at least 1 out of n events occur is always upper bounded by the minimum of the sum of the probabilities in 1. This bound has had huge implications in theoretical computer science, graph theory, statistics, combinatorics, and many other allied fields. What are the assumptions here? First, that the events are arbitrarily dependent, which means we know nothing about how they are correlated, and all we know are their individual probabilities. Now, my friends, the goal of my research has been to understand what happens to this inequality when the events are pairwise independent instead of completely independent. What is pairwise independence? A set of events or variables is said to be pairwise independent if any two of them are independent, which means 3 of them, 4 of them, or 5 of them could be dependent. This is a weaker notion of complete independence, and at the heart of this lies the simple understanding that while mutual independence implies pairwise independence, the reverse is not necessarily true. So why are we interested in pairwise independence? Is it worth studying? Yes, because of the following two reasons. First, because it lies between the two extreme models of complete dependence, which we just talked about, and which is denoted by the blue dotted line here, and complete independence, which is at the other extreme, denoted by the red dotted line. So the green line here represents the pairwise independence model, which can be used to approximate either or both of them. Second is because pairwise independence admits sparse support distributions, which means if I have 3 Bernoulli random variables which are IID and with probability half, you can have pairwise independent distributions supported on just 4 out of the 8 possible support points. And the points which have 0 mass allotted to them have been indicated in blue here. In contrast, the independent distribution has no blue rows because it uses up all the support points. This is why pairwise independence is extremely useful in de-randomizing algorithms. In our research work, the link to which is given here, we have derived the tightest possible upper bound on the probability of the union of n pairwise independent events in a closed form expression, surprisingly. So this bound here subtracts away from the sum of the probabilities the maximum weight of a star-shaped spanning tree. This can be illustrated with a simple example here. If you have 4 variables with probabilities 0.35, 0.19, 0.13, and 0.2, the star-shaped spanning tree rooted at 0.35 will be subtracted away by our bound to give us a tight bound of 0.688, in contrast to the union bound, which only gives 0.87, which is way off. And in conclusion, the ratio of the Boole's bound to our bound has been shown to be upper bounded by 4 by 3, again in our paper here, whereas an earlier result showed that the ratio of the Boole's bound to the completely independent bound is upper bounded by e minus 1, which is not as good. So in conclusion, we conjecture that this can be extended to more general functions of pairwise independent random variables. Thank you very much.